So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to A Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name is Nick Bryant, and I'm very pleased to be joined today by Amy White from the Loch Associates Group. Hello, Amy.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, all good.
Good.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well. So the main part of this podcast, really, and the point of this podcast, is to thank the Loch Associates Group for being the headline sponsor at the Tunbridge Wells Business Show, which has come up so fast. We launched it last year, and it's actually next Thursday, November the 7th, 2024, at the Solomon Centre in Tunbridge Wells, 10 till 3, one-day show. We sold out on it this August, so it's been really, really popular and really well received. And Loch Associates Group were really the first port of call for me to go to for a headline sponsor, because we've worked so closely together over the while. I've interviewed their MD Pam, and I've interviewed some of their other staff. So that they were a natural approach for me. But I want to talk to you, Amy, about what your involvement in the show, because you're doing seminars there, and maybe what are you excited about the show coming up?
Yeah, well, we're really delighted to be headline sponsors for the show.
Yeah.
And as you say, really excited actually about it. I think we are excited to see all that the Tunbridge Wells business community has to offer on show, because it really is a thriving business community. We're excited to hear from people in that community about the challenges that they're having, where employment law compliance, HR, people development is concerned, to speak to people, business owners, directly about those issues, and to give them some insight from our perspective as to how they might be able to try and solve them, because that's what we do at Loch Associates. We try to provide a holistic approach to solving people problems for organisations, and to help people thrive in the workplace. So it would be really good to be speaking to people directly, to be sharing our knowledge. So as you say, we're going to be running a seminar where we will be highlighting some of the most significant proposed reforms that our new government has set out in its recent employment rights bill. We're also going to have stand there, so there will be legal and HR and people development experts on hand there to provide answers to questions you might have. We are offering a compliance check to anybody who attends.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So very high tech, via an app.
Okay.
Get your QR codes out, and you'll be able to answer some fairly straightforward questions about your organisation, and be provided with an outcome that will give you a sense of perhaps where risk lies in your organisation, so that you can then have a think about what you do to mitigate that risk. Yeah. And of course, you can speak to anyone on the stand about what that might look like. Yeah,
it's a good opportunity for any businesses as well as your own to almost be at the coalface, if you like, the front line, with all these businesses asking you lots of questions that can be flowing through, which is a benefit for lots of businesses. But I think it's something which a really good bit of value added that you can bring to the show, to the businesses that will be walking around and looking at how to make their businesses better.
And we're really keen to do that at Loch. So we run regular webinars, for instance, where we will present, of course, but we always ask in advance of those webinars for questions, for what's really pressing for people. And during the webinars, we'll run polls to find out actually how are people feeling and where are the pinch points, because it's really key for us to make sure that the advice and services and support we provide are practical and useful and really going to help. So exactly as you say, being able to hear from such a wide group of businesses at the show and what they're concerned about, particularly in terms of these forthcoming reforms, will help us help our clients better in future.
Yes, it will, won't it? Yes, all the feedback you'll get. Now, I mentioned that it's the Tunbridge Wells Business Show, which is really important. But of course, it's not just Tunbridge Wells businesses. It's businesses all over Kent and Sussex, which does fall in line with what you guys are doing, because you're expanding all over the place. Tell us about where your offices are.
Yeah, so Loch was founded in Tunbridge Wells in 2007, but as you say, the presence has grown over that time. So we have a presence throughout the southeast. We are regularly travelling up and down the country to London and working down in Sussex and across that whole patch. Our most recent office to open was our Eastbourne office, that's headed up by Victoria Regan, solicitor and partner with Loch Associates, which is going great guns. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. And with the show, what have you got? Have you got many people manning the stand? How many people have you got with you?
Yeah, so we're going to have a team with us.
Yeah.
We will likely have a coach who will be able to give some insight into maybe if you've got issues with developing managers, succession planning, how to bring people on. We'll have an HR expert there, Kate, who will be able to give you some insight if you've got concerns about what do I do with my policies and procedures when these new reforms come into place. There'll be a whole team of us there to provide answers and chat things through. Yeah,
I think it's important because you've got you specialise in different areas, don't you, at the firm with health and well-being, with obviously employment law, with others which I'm not unaware of, but I'm sure there's lots of questions that you'll get asked, and you need to have specialists there to answer those questions.
Yeah. That's how we see ourselves. We're a people management organisation, so we do have a legal arm and we provide employment and business and immigration law advice, but that's one part of the picture. Actually, we supplement that with the HR practice, with our mediation services, so helping unpick employee disputes when they arise in the workplace, and then, as you say, the training and the wellbeing side of what we do, which in the modern world is so important in organisations to attracting staff, retaining staff, and making staff work well together and to perform for your organisation.
Yeah. And you're going to be doing the seminar yourself?
I will be.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. And you do that a lot? You do talks to businesses? Is that part of your role?
Yeah, absolutely. So my role is Head of Training and Wellbeing at Loch Associates. My background is as an employment solicitor. Prior to joining Loch, I was a partner at a regional law firm, so working with employees and employers. So I've seen it from both sides, and actually in my current role, I think that stands me in really good stead to have that balanced approach to what it's like to be the employee, but also the difficulties that managers in the workplace and business owners face too.
Yeah.
But day to day, I am mostly designing and then delivering training programs to staff, to managers, to leaders, depending on the nature of the training, facilitating workshops and listening exercises, working with organisations to understand their values, a lot of talking to people. It's what I absolutely love. Yeah.
And when the seminar happens, which I think is at 11:20, I think, on the day, all the people that attend it, they can ask you all sorts of questions, that you're going to be fired lots of questions. But also I think people may be thinking after the show, things like, those things that Amy said that at the seminar, how can I help my business with those or prepare for those changes? They can just get in touch with you afterwards.
Absolutely. And I think it's really important to flag that, because we will be talking about the reforms that have been set out in the Employment Rights Bill, but those reforms are going to take some time to take effect, and we don't have all the puzzle pieces yet. So we will be giving an overview, and we will be suggesting some preparatory steps that organisations could think about implementing now to stand themselves in the best stead going forwards. But as we know, with the legislative process, there can be watering down through the consultation process, changes can occur. So we will be keeping our ears to the ground. We will be updating the picture on social media and our website and publishing articles to give people more up-to-date information as those reforms work their way through.
I think that's really important, the follow-up, because things will change, won't they?
Absolutely.
As time goes by. I'm really looking forward to the show, and I'm really looking forward to see you guys there. And thank you so much for being the headline sponsor. It means a real lot to me.
It's our pleasure.
For you guys, being a headline sponsor at a show like this, where it really is about businesses and how you can help businesses and support them, I think it's a real good alignment. Would you agree?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, our work involves us helping businesses and their people, but also our role in the Tunbridge Wells business community is focused on that as well.
Yes.
Many of our team are involved in organisations and community groups. Pam Loch, our founder, was one of the founding members of Entwine, a local networking organisation, and I think we really appreciate the value that we as a business get from the support of other businesses and having that network of professionals around us. So it's a really good alignment.
It is a good alignment, isn't it? And Loch Associates, you see their branding all over the place at all sorts of events, but I'm so pleased that you've supported ours, so thank you.
No problem. I was going to ask you, Nick, are you most excited about in terms of
the day after? No, that's not true. I'm just looking forward to lots of... My main aim for this is that lots of conversations are started, because you never know what comes from a conversation. Even if you think that person is, nothing to do with your business or nothing, you've got nothing in common, have a conversation, because you never know what comes out of it. I've done this myself, where my business life has just gone in a different direction just from one conversation. And there's so many different businesses in that room which can create those, which I'm looking forward to hearing afterwards and during the stories that come out of that. Because I'm sure people will come up to me and say, I met so-and-so and I'm doing this now, or I've met so-and-so and I'm doing this now, or I've spoken to you guys and they've learnt something. And I think it shows people are just in a stronger mood to develop their businesses and to drive them forward and learn. And so I'm looking forward to that, and just seeing some really happy faces on the day, and making it a great success, so that people want to come back for next year, and we'll make it bigger and better next year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So that's my thing. So again, it's next Thursday. This podcast will probably go out early Monday, Tuesday next week, or maybe the end of this week, and so people can learn more about what you're doing at the show. It's free to attend, just so everyone knows, and you can go to the Brilliant Businesses website, click the registration form. We'll send you a QR code. You can come straight to the show and you can walk straight in with that QR code, or you can register on the day. 10 till 3. It's going to be a great day. Please come along. And so, yeah, I'll wrap it up there, Amy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking to me. And it's so exciting to have you on board. And we're going to do another podcast after the show and talk about how well it's gone.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Lovely.
Thanks very much.
Thank you,
See you soon.